And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright, fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us, breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride, talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes!
More like no.
Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
It'll be a good show. I can feel it already.
Yeah, buddy. Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here. Game one, Postgame. San Francisco Giants, Philadelphia Phillies. I'm going to kick it straight to Glenn. Let's go, man. What do we got? Giants lose 7-zip.
Well, Eric, we've been playing better on the road, actually, than at home for a while. So I thought maybe we're going to go the managerial move. We were talking in the green room. I thought it was a little early. I think the teams are panicking around baseball, Eric. Especially the Phillies. This is too good a roster to be panicking in the first. You're still in the first month of the season, my God.
Yes.
And, sometimes people say that. I'm sure if you talk to the fans in Philly who watch our show, they go, my God, those two bozos, they're probably more than just Philly, but they're probably saying around baseball, like, why are the Giants fans panicking? Why are we panicking? Like, today is why we're panicking. And I really don't have a whole lot to say about the game, so I just want to jump into the chat because they're stealing the thunder early tonight, Eric. We got an LA Giants fan. He says, you get what you pay for. If you want to go cheap, you're going to get cheap results. And that's exactly what they got tonight, Eric. We had 2 hits, one of them from Mr. Shorehands, Arise. Yeah. Did you know Arise not only with the bat, we know what he does with the stick. I mean, it's the magic wand, I call it. You know, he's the 4th best player, what is it called? Outs above average in baseball.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So don't give me he's defensive, defensive weakness or anything. He is the best player in the roster. My God, if we'd only gone out and got 9 of Arise, can we clone him? Oh God.
Man,
and
dude,
you know what? And to piggyback off that, Bailey's terrible, Lou. Or Eric.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'm in good company.
At bats were abysmal. It's tough to win, Eric, when you're shorthanded in any sport. And when you throw in 8 guys batting or 7 guys batting, realistically, he's not even in the lineup as far as I'm concerned. He's behind the plate. And I got to question something else. You might not notice this. We still had challenges left, I believe, late in the game, did we not? So in the ninth inning, it was a ball and no strikes to Marsh. And there was one that was touchy, and I go,
it was right. I don't know why he didn't
try using them early.
It's the 9th inning,
first inning when you know it's not called your way. And Eric, you had nothing to lose there, and you get him into a 1-1 count. He went 2 balls, no strikes, and then he laced the hit. So I question even. I'm tired of he's such a great catcher. I question that at this point too. And one more, Eric, to get the show rolling. I've noticed a theme. You don't even have to say this season. Because I've done this long enough to know it. It's not just the season, Eric. The Giants lose, then they go on a win streak. They're getting close. And it's like that game on The Price is Right. You know, the little go, woo, woo, woo. The yodeler goes to the top of the minute. It's ladders with this team.
It is.
And that, Eric, sums up a 500 team.
You may not be wrong. Honestly, Glenn, you may not be wrong because it's weird, man. Because they look so good in that homestand. Now, granted, this is only the first game of 6 on the road. But, man, the bats just didn't do anything today. I mean, talking about up and down the line, with the exception, as you talked about, Luis Ariz and Elliot Ramos. They both were able to – and both of those hits were doubles. And both of those doubles, guess what? They did not come around and score at all because the guys behind them couldn't get it done, whether it was a strikeout or whatever else. Defense was pretty damn good. Man, I tell you what, in the beginning of that game, when Mahle was able to turn that double play, that was a heads-up play by Mahle. Look, let's if we're going to be honest, that was awesome.
Eric. I totally agree. We're a defensive team, but Eric, what do you always say? Pitching and defense. Yes. So if you don't have one, it cancels out the other.
That's a fact, because what happened? He went 5 strong, but then the 6th inning came around, and then it just came apart. Gage came in.
Play 9. That's why they play 9.
That's why they play 9. And Gage came in. He gave up a double, and then Tidwell came in. He gave up a couple of runs, so the bullpen wasn't exactly good tonight. Now, granted, the game was already out of, but you never know. As you said, you got to play 9. You never know.
I said the other weekend, I don't want Tony V to be playing this. Just give this guy an at bat and starting your big bomber off the bench, leading off a 9th inning when you're down. You got to play it smart. I don't care if you're down by 10 or you're down by 1. Eric, you got to play smart baseball.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Giants do that under Tony V. He has his good days. He has his bad days, too. It's a bit of a learning experience. I want to thank JB and LA Giants fan for kind of getting the show rolling, helping me out tonight after my long flight back here to Winnipeg. And I don't know, sooner or later you're going to see I got Wilmer Flores. I come back, what's the first thing? I open up the condo door, Eric.
Was he there?
Phil. We got a Phil now. I go away, and
Phil?
Daughter adds there's cats everywhere, Eric. Phil, I was going to name him Tony V. She said, you can call him Tony V, but I like Phil.
You got
Phil.
Who are you?
I walked in, I go, who the hell are you?
Nice. How's that cat? What color is that cat? Look at that. We're already talking cats. We're not even.
That's what kind of show it's
That's what kind of show it's going to be.
He's a 19-and-a-half-year-old ball of fur that was in the he was in not hospital. He was in the SPCA. What do you call it there?
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's a rescue. Nice.
Nobody wanted him because he was a little hard looking, and he's old. And my daughter's had a
nothing wrong with that, man. You know what?
He's good. He's got polyps, so sometimes he meows. Other times I'm like, what's he coughing up fur balls? It's just he can't meow as good as he. But he's 19, so he's getting up there. And he needed a good home. Needed a good home, Eric.
And he's going to finish his life in a nice place that's loved. I'm all for that, man. That's freaking bravo.
I can't believe that. I can't believe Wilmer Flores. Well, Wilmer Flores has always been a team player, Eric. They get along great. I said, I put 2 cats in the same room. You don't know what you're going to get, but they're pretty good together. But anyway, I got Phil. I got Wilmer Flores. We could use a Wilmer Flores right about now.
Speaking of which, man, I don't even want to do this because this is going to – whatever. Let's do this. Let's get this out of the way. Tell the tape.
And now, today's Giants in Review on Giant Sports Talk Live.
Drive into center field.
Got him.
And there's the final.
Eric. Love the video, buddy. Love the video, but it is not always very telling of what you're about to expel upon us.
No, especially with another shutout. Giants lose 7-0 in Philadelphia, the home of brotherly love, right? Giants only managed 2 hits. Woo. Phillies, man, they were tattooing the ball today. 11 hits or 7 runs on 11 hits. Luzardo gets his win. He dropped his ERA by a full 2, more than 2, almost 2.5. He dropped it by with that win today. Mahle is now 1-4 with a 5.8 ERA. My goodness. The lineup was Lee, Chapman, Arise, Schmidt, Devers, Adames, Ramos, Gilbert, Bailey, and then Encarnacion came in later, but a lot of 0-4s, man. A whole lot of 0-4s. Chapman had the golden sombrero today. Bailey had 2 strikeouts. It just stunk. 2 hits. There it is. Arise and Ramos. That's it.
You say there's a lot of O's?
A lot of O's.
Weren't a lot of O's in that K column, was there?
Yeah, there's a look at that. 12. Double digit. Haven't seen that in a while, right? The Giants have been actually.
I thought for a minute, guys, that Bailey was batting second. I had to clean off the old glasses, but
it was rough, man.
Rough night, man. Rough.
And again, no walks. Luzardo, I'll tell you, man. You got to say this. When you say give credit, he was awesome. He was painting at 99. Oh my gosh, dude, what is going on here? Holy moly! I don't even know what that's all about, but we'll get to it here in a bit. But it's just horrible, man. Absolutely horrible. And then I don't know what it is. I don't know why they have issues with not wanting to take a walk. But again, when Luzardo's out there and he's painting and that off-speed stuff, man, that slider, forget about it. No one was touching that. No one was touching that damn slider at all. He was just filthy.
Oh, I'll give credit. We got to give credit. Credit where credit's due.
Mm-hmm.
Credit where credit. 2 hits. They were great pitching. But you can't make excuses all the time, Eric.
No, you can't. You can't. You got to go out. You still got to go out there. You're a major league club, and you're going to face good pitching. And look, the Giants took care of good pitching in the homestand. You beat Yamamoto. You beat Shohei, right? Yeah, they beat Shohei, right? If I'm not mistaken, they didn't win the last one.
Did.
Yeah,
they won Tuesday and Wednesday.
And then they beat Uri Perez. So I mean, those were 3 guys that were pretty decent, and you have to do that. And look, Luzardo wasn't exactly on, to begin the season. I don't know what he did in his off time, but boy, he came alive against the Giants, and the Giants just looked pitiful against Luzardo.
Hey, go up the ladder again. Look at the batting and stuff, right? Okay.
Yep.
Are we living in an era where 143 average cuts it, Eric? And,
no, we're not. No.
It seems to be so acceptable. It's like we accept this as Giants baseball. Adames batting 202. I see he's dropped. He's fallen out of favor in the batting lineup, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. Remember, it wasn't long ago. He was batting 270. It wasn't a week ago. He was batting 270.
Well, I question this then, Eric. Give me am I way off here? I'm just spitballing. So Adames got moved into the leadoff role, and that didn't work. And look, you can say, oh, that doesn't affect the player where he bats. But look, he's batting 200 now, Eric.
Yeah, he is.
He dropped 70 points in the leadoff role.
Yeah, it was right around there, right? He really has freaking dropped off. There is no doubt.
Generally, a rise up near the top. That works for me, Eric. And
I'm okay with that.
Look at their averages, 301, 315. Now, you know what? I'm interested to see during this road trip, if we see the same at a Chapman, do they start doing what Giants baseball does? Oh, Chapman's batting 4th and Chapman's batting 7th. They start chasing statistics.
I don't like doing that.
Stick with it. You know what? Win or lose, give me the lineup and roll with it. If you guys are paid the big bucks to set that lineup, give me a lineup, stick with it, and you know what? You roll with those punches. But to start, we're going to bat him 6th tonight. He was leadoff, and they're just chasing their tail. They're like a cat chasing their tail.
And for the most part, Tony V has been sticking with the same lineup over and over and over. It's only recently, because the last game at the homestand, Adames took a day. Those 2 days off didn't do anything for him today. But he had Lee batting leadoff in that last game at the homestand. And he still has him, even with Adames coming back, he still has Lee, and he's moved Adames way down. But again, there's going to be times as the game progresses, right? Only at the beginning of the game does the leadoff guy matter, because you don't know where the last out is going to be and who's going to be the leadoff guy next, or you don't know when you're going to come into a situation where you got runners in scoring position, and next thing you know, Adames, who may not be in his groove, so to speak. And he may come up in a situation like that. So you can adjust the lineup everywhere you want, but it only really matters in the beginning of the game. That's it.
And I don't want to seem radical either here, Eric. I don't want to seem radical. But why do certain players never, no matter what they do, never fall out of favor? So we were still at one point we were close, like you said, 5th, 6th innings. The ball game was up for grabs. And you saw what you were getting out of Chapman. Why can't you pinch hit for a Chapman with a Schmidt who's swinging a hot stick? Not just 1 or 2 games. He's been playing extremely well, and I would have his bat in that lineup. He's one of the best. Him and Arias, your best hitters right now.
Yeah, they are, and that's the thing is the bench isn't exactly that strong. And there you go, and that kind of talks. So we talked about the Dom Smiths and the Wilmer Flores, where it's nice to go to those guys in late game situations. Man, come on. Oh,
and I'm also tired of this. I've been really nice to him lately, so I'm overdue for a little. After a 7-0 loss, Eric, I'm overdue to break out a little bit. But he'll be fine. I'm tired of the he'll be fine. Are we going to do it? Yeah, I heard half of our chat last year crapping on you and me, Eric and I, about Lamont Wade. Give him another 30 at bat. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. You get what you get. You get what you pay for. This team, as I said off the top, and thanks to the chat for bringing it up. You get what you pay for. This is, let me ask you, cumulatively, add up the years. I don't want to make a mistake here. You're more statistical than me. cumulatively. Adames, Devers, Chapman. How many years we got him for? It's like 18 years.
We got him some
18 years,
time.
18 years of Giants baseball.
Adames we got for 6 more years, including this year.
Okay, 6.
Chapman, we got him for 5 more years, including this year.
That's 11.
And then Devers, so I think we got another 7 years, right? I think last year was the 8th.
18 years cumulatively of the worst 3 players on the team.
Yeah, that happens, right?
Except Bailey. I mean, what about Bailey? What's his contract?
He's still in arbitration. He's not even. He's still under team control. He's league minimum until he hits free agency, and I think I don't know when he hits free. I don't know if it's next year or the year after. I'd have to look to see what Kotz says, but yeah, I think he's getting close.
This is a poorly put together team, man. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, we'll see. It very well may be, but I've said this a million times. I'm not making. We talked about it with the managers. I'm not going to make drastic changes after 1 month. We still have 5 more months of baseball.
It's okay. Okay, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, Eric, baseball, sports in general, but especially baseball, Eric.
Yeah.
How many people get up and go to work in the morning and they fail at their job and you got a contract for another 7 years. That's okay. That's okay. Just show up. Yeah,
baseball's a little different though, right? Look though, right? Let's be honest. If you fail 7 times out of 10 in your entire career, if you have a 15-year career and you fail 7 times out of 10, you're in the Hall of Fame.
That's okay. But what about when you fail 8.6% of the time, like Bailey?
That's good.
Dude,
I tell you what, he may not be long with the team if he continues to do this. This is him.
I know, but you almost fell into the chair in the green room. I sometimes use my best material before we even go to air, which is I got to start making notes and then just say, I'm not going to talk. I'm zipping it until we go live. But I said to you, Eric, if you and I played a little baseball. I don't know about yourself. Maybe you played a little t-ball or a little league.
Just a little bit. Not a lot.
I played till I was about 2021. I played in the summer league, so consider it. I got paid, Eric. So that's pro. Never met. It was the lowest of the lowest of the low, and I was pretty much a bench player. But Eric, you or I or Senior or Wes or anybody in our chat, if we got up there against a major league pitcher, Eric, and I just got blindfold me and I swung. I hit the ball a couple of times. How can Bailey bat whatever it was, 140, $140, Eric, $140, Eric, and there's never any. It's crickets on him. Well, yeah, it's just Bailey. It's just Bailey.
But that's the problem. You can't do that no more.
It's acceptable.
That's the problem, and that's a problem, right? I mean, come on, you just can't be doing that. Now, granted,
nice, Jake. He'll bat 200. He'll bat 2. Don't worry. I like this. The guys are coming in chirping. Don't worry, he'll bat 200 by September, Eric.
That's the thing, right? And that's the thing, Jake. You're right on it. What's up, Jake? I haven't seen you in the chat before. Welcome to the fraternity we call Giant Sports Talk Live. That's a problem, right? When you're batting, seriously, last year I looked it up. It wasn't until game 76 that he cracked 200. And now you're starting off the season in a similar situation here. And it's like, come on, what's going on here? You gotta be better. You just have to. And look, is it his fault? Well, it's not all his fault. Don't get me wrong, but we just want to see more. Other guys have to step up. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. And this goes to what I said, when you got 18 years, how do you build a team around guys? Eric, this is the problem now. I call it pigeonholed. You've got yourself in a corner now that you're building around your big 3 on this roster. Be a big 3 just aren't cutting it, Eric.
No, look, you could say that, right? I can't argue with that because right now it doesn't look all that good. Now Chapman just started off okay. Adames is doing Adames things. He's a streaky hitter. We've noticed that now. Having him, this is the second full year that we've seen him. He's a streaky hitter. There's times where he'll carry the team, and then there's times he just is absolutely ass. But, dude, I tell you what.
Well, what does that tell you, Eric? No consistency to the team.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's a problem. You got to have the consistency.
Oh, boo. If only. I'd love to have Bailey. Well, if only we'd give him to you. And give him give him to you.
Yeah, because Kirk, he's out. How long is he going to be out for? I know he's got
I
some
noticed
kind of
that today when I was looking at. I tried to make a trade with Senior in the fantasy league, and he bowed out of the trade. I offered him Langoliers.
Oh, you did,
but he wants Langoliers. I go, okay. I wanted Mookie Betts, who's on the injured list.
Oh, interesting.
And I said, sooner or later, somebody's going to need a catcher.
Right,
you're not getting for the 2 bullpen pitchers you offered me, Senior. Come on. Jeez.
But I tell you what, hey, I want to get into this a little bit because the Giants game today was a stinker. We'll come back to it. News today, Glenn, earlier this morning.
Early this morning, we slept in.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, guys.
We'll be back
that was tomorrow morning
fault.
at 8.
That was my fault.
Our fault.
Freaking Rob Thompson gets shown the door to the Phillies.
A little early.
I mean, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but, man, I thought that was a little bit premature, man. And I'll tell you why. Here, let's take a look at his numbers. Rob Thompson became the manager in the middle of the 2022 season. All right? They finished 3rd in their division, had an 87-75 record, and they got to the World Series. They didn't win, but they got to the World Series. 2023, finished 2nd in the division, got to the CS. In 2024, they finished 1st in the division, lost in the DS, and then last year finished 1st, lost in the DS. Again, he had 87, 90, 95, and 96 wins respectively. And yet you have a bad month. Hold on, I forgot about that $50. I'll get to you in a minute, Mentor. How in God's green earth do you fire a guy because you have one bad month of baseball? You're going to go and get rid of someone like Rob Thompson, who's had a lot of success with the Philadelphia Phillies. That I don't know, man. That leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I don't think that's right. I don't think Alex Cora should have got fired from the Red Sox as well. So what is going on, man? I don't understand it. And and unfortunately, in baseball, and I guess in any type of sport, what is the low hanging fruit if you want to get rid of someone, Glenn?
I don't know. I just said it's a little early, Eric. And again,
you
look at those numbers.
Always the managers. They're not going to fire the GMs and the Pobos or the owners aren't going to give it up. They're going to go, all right, just give it to the manager.
506, 537, 556, 586. Last 2 years, 586 and 593. You know what that tells me? They're a playoff team.
They've been a constant playoff team since he's been the manager.
So I don't know what to think.
I don't understand.
Then poor Armand. Then you got the New York Mets who can't win to save their soul.
Yeah.
And no managerial move there yet. So I don't know.
Mentor Mac, I got to get to him. Holy crap.
Although can I say one more thing about that, Eric? As much as I think it's early, Eric, I am willing to say that there's an organization that says a record of whatever they have, 10-18 heading into today. It's not cutting it. So I see both sides of the fence. A little early, but if it's baseball, man. If you're not winning,
it is. I get it, and I understand.
You fell out. They're almost 10-20. So when you fall out like that, that would be a giant record. What I expected, 10-20, Eric.
Right.
That happens. Somebody's got to answer.
Yeah, it's just weird.
What about you? You call it low-hanging fruit. What do you think? I see both sides of it. How do you feel?
I just think it's too early. Look, if you don't get it, if May comes and goes and you're playing the same type of baseball, what's the difference between April and May? Right? Is there really a difference? I don't think so. But at least you give them another month to see if you can turn it around. At least, I mean, that's just we haven't even turned the calendar over to May.
And in Philly, not even warm weather there yet.
And then who takes over? Don Manley. So is he going to be much different than how Rob Thompson manages?
I don't know, Eric. I told you he's won his managerial career 4 times, over 90 wins. Albeit with the Dodgers. I mean,
yeah. That helps.
Bonus under the tree there for him. But hey,
strange, man.
But I think the Phillies got some talent there, Eric. I think
they do got talent. So who do you got to put it on? You got to put it on the players. Yeah. Again, I said this with Bob Melvin last year. He can't step in a box when a batter is batting. He can't step on the mound when the pitcher is pitching. You just whatever. When
I used to do the hockey broadcasts, Eric, I would often go on the record, not necessarily during the game, but I go on the record and say, it's tough to see. You're hired to be fired.
Yeah, that's true.
The day they hire you and you stand up there with the jersey It's like you're working on overtime.
Yeah, exactly.
Your
No,
day will
you're
come.
right. You're right. No, you're not wrong. It's tough. I meant to buy $50.
The Phillies have had over 50. They said in the broadcast tonight, did I have the Phillies game on? One of them. Yeah, I watched the Phillies broadcast, Eric.
I was listening to KMBR and watching the broadcast.
They're like 56th manager in team history.
That's crazy, huh?
So maybe they're not. Hey, maybe if I look back on the annals of Phillies history, maybe this is what they do. I don't know.
And
anyway.
By the way, real quick, I was listening. Glenn Kuiper had his first broadcast as calling. Yeah, how about that? He was calling on KMBR. So he's going to be calling this whole road trip. Him and Joe Rizzo will be on.
One of the few. He's getting another chance, man. So
yeah, good for him.
God love him.
For him. Mental Bike Doyce Fitzbike says, Eric, your monitor stopped me from posting a comment on you and me metal detecting together.
I think he's talking about your Facebook. Are you having a problem with Facebook?
No.
Because there's another one he posted up. If you look, I saw another message. Don't know if it was.
Well, how long ago was it? Did you see?
There it is.
I don't know what you're talking. There's no one. $20, Eric. Having trouble sending you a message. I don't have Facebook.
In other words, he's paying you to get on the job, Eric. You get on that.
What are you talking, Mentor? I don't even know what you're talking about, man. The only thing I have is X. That's it. That's it.
Ooh,
unless. Oh, wait. Did we create a Giant Sports Talk Live on Facebook? I don't mess with it. I don't even mess with that.
I haven't been on there. I'm not a Facebook
there
guy.
you go.
We set it up, but I'm not a Facebook guy.
Me neither. I just do everything through X and here on YouTube. That's it. Nothing else. So
okay, maybe
reach out to me. Hey, Mentor, reach out to me. My it's over here. Boom, boom, boom. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. Or if you're on here, I appreciate the support, man. You didn't have to donate. You didn't have to donate $80, but I'll take it. And there's Giant Sports Talk Live at gmail.com.
If you ever have a big beef, I mean, it better be important if I'm reading emails all day. And there could be a few of them. Giant Sports Talk Live at gmail.com. Don't hesitate to reach out to us personally. We'll get back to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we get back to you. Yeah, absolutely. So again, I don't know what message do you have, Mentor Mac? I would love to hear what you have to say, my friend. I love his little avatar, the Hagerstown.
Well, hey, Mentor. Yeah. Mentor. Is that Mentor? I think Mentor is upset.
I swear that sounds just like me. Doesn't that sound like me, man? I swear to God, that sounds just like me. But I just found it weird, man. I mean, it was, my goodness, what is this? He donates $9. What does that mean? It's not an email. I want to communicate with you. Okay, there's the email. You could either send me a tweet, you could DM me, or you can email us and then
we'll straighten it out. If you missed it again, mark it down on your calendar. Giant Sports Talk Live at gmail.com. That'll get to Eric and I both. We both read those. I read them about every second, third day.
Yeah, easy, man. Just Giants Sports Talk Live, just like the channel at Gmail.
Okay, go from there.
All right, cool. Again, Mentor.
You guys work out your love affair on the side. I don't know what's going on here.
Man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea.
Along with the super chats, he's won my love. Mentor.
Appreciate you, Mentor, man. I love you. Gracious. Man,
appreciate. And if we don't say it enough, we appreciate the super chats. I see on do you get? I don't know if the guys at home can see it. We've got our leaderboard as far as super chats. He's got win, place, and show so far.
Oh yeah, If you're on YouTube, it does the little crown of who's the. Yeah, it's.
Hey, what does it mean when you post a comment, Eric? Because we do the show. I was recently in a WNBA show, and every time I would post, good thing it wasn't live because my posts were pretty hated. I kept getting purple crowns. What is that?
Yeah, that means you're like the lead chatter at that time. At that specific time, you are quote unquote the champion of the chat. Oh. Until someone else chats some more, and then you start.
The only time I hear champion brought up in our show. So, geez, it is what it is. And somebody said, read the Steeds. He's bringing in the missus tonight. He says, what did Bernice think of this game? She's at work. I'll be hearing about it later on tonight.
I'm sure you will.
Give him. Why don't you roll it for him again? He says, did I happen to miss the poo-poo platter, Eric?
Here you go. Just for you, Steve. Just for you.
Hey, who ordered the poo-poo platter?
Yeah, we fired that thing up right at the beginning of the show today because
we got breaking news.
Abel, update, Giants will not win the pennant. Look at that.
Breaking news
Abel.
on our show tonight. Where do you find it?
Abel.
Right here.
Hey, you may be right, Abel. It's a little early to kind of do that, no? It's
What the
not
hell
even
is
in May.
What the hell? Bernice has never been on the show. Is there
No.
something I should know about? I always love to hear from Bernice. Okay. I'll look into that as well. So. Jesus.
Liam, our good buddy from across the pond. As a matter of fact, yeah, his king has arrived here in the good old United States. Yeah, a lot of poop. That's a whole lot of poop right there.
Well, the one guy who doesn't buy into your poo-poo platter, of course, is Robert Rothberg, who makes an appearance saying the season's fine.
It's not over. Now, come on. I'm not going to say that. Look, there's going to
I wish Robert would come on the show, though, Eric. He's got all the positivity. God love you. You got all the
positivity. I would love to have
in
him
the world, but I'd like to see you back it up. He always says, seasons are, you can, okay, I'm going to put him on trial. You convince me why this season, the team's, success is far from over. I'm not seeing it. I haven't bought into this as a winning organization, Eric. How can he convince? You can't just step up to the plate and say, Your Honor, season's far from over. Well, prove it to me. Give me your take. That's not a take. That's a statement. I want to take.
Yeah.
I want to take. I want to hear from you.
Well, and that's the thing is people could come out here. I mean, I could come out here and say shit. The chat could come out here and say shit. And you know what? We don't know what the hell we're talking about.
No, but we keep it real.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it day by day and what we've seen. Look, we've had almost a month of baseball. We can kind of talk about, hey, what does the team look like here in the first month? Yeah, doesn't look that great. There's good and there's bad. But does that mean the next 5 months is going to be exactly the same as it was in April? No, it doesn't.
Whoa. And when you do have a comment or a take, you got to be reasonable. Where is it? There was a shot at you, Eric.
Oh, I'm used to it.
I know. You can put up with it. You don't get as feisty as I do. I just saw a nice here it is. I knew Eric was going to use the excuse it's too early to say no pennant. I think if you're Eric, I have not heard you say we're going to win.
I've never said that ever. I've never said it.
Oh.
I tell you, man, people like to just go off the cliff, as they say.
They hear what they
I've
want.
Never said that.
No, you didn't.
Not once. Oh, but hey, it's okay. Whatever.
Okay, he's saying this. To be candid, the Giants have way more talent than what they are showing. Really? Really? Okay, if you break everybody down, what you're getting from Chapman right now, Eric, right now. I mean, we could do a whole show. We'd have to do our homework and get it ready. What you're getting from Chapman right now, Eric, is actually a little above average. You should take that and run with it, even though 4Ks, I'd be running them at a Dodge right now. You get a good night's sleep and try again. Try again tomorrow. I think he's playing above average. Jung-Hoo Lee, I think you're getting exactly what you expected.
Jung-Hoo Lee's been awesome.
Eric, for me, I respond by saying statistically, and if you look at their careers, I think everybody on this team is playing either where they should be or below average.
It's crazy. Oh, it's interesting.
So to say that we've got all this talent, they've never proven it, Eric, at all. They've never proven it. You said Devers? Devers can have a good day at the plate, good week, but he goes.
But you got to do it to a certain extent, day in and day out, right? Now, is there going to be games where you're not going to freaking be able to? No, there's not. But
yeah. So in response to Robert, Giants have way more talent than what they're showing. I believe that they are talented, talented to the degree of this is what you get from that lineup. This is what they are, a 500 roster.
Yeah.
It's never changed, Eric.
I tell you what, this is real. I saw this earlier, guys. Codified. They put out a whole bunch of numbers and statistics and stuff.
You like your wrestling. I know that. You're the wrestling guy. Okay, so give me do you smell what the Johnsons are cooking?
Oh, yeah. Private equity.
I can't blame the Johnsons. You know what? Buster spent money, and I don't think he spent it as wisely as he should have, Eric.
To be honest with you,
18 years.
And look, the Giants had to get 2 pitchers, so I don't know how they would have done this. But wouldn't it have been better if you invested into 1 pitcher rather than...
The Padres got Giolito, Eric.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what he does, though. I don't know. We'll see. But look at this. I found this one was quite interesting. I saw.
I need a break.
Again, we're not even talking Giants right now. Look at this. Team OPS plus so far. What is OPS plus? It is taking your on-base percentage and slugging, right? So how well you're clobbering the ball and how often you're getting on base. What is the plus? Well, they're taking the ballpark effects. So they're kind of making it, you take in consideration how the ballpark plays, and then they go and make this number. 100.
They got Northern California covered way down on the bottom there with the A's and the Giants. 100
is your average. If you're at 100, you are average. Anything over 100, you're above average. Of course, look where the Dodgers are.
The Dodgers are above average.
Look at that. Cubs, okay? Cubs up there. Braves up there. Astros, they're up there. But what is the Astros record? What's the Astros record? It's not good.
I'll give it to you. The Astros heading into tomorrow are 11. They're 11-19.
They're 11-19.
Same record as the
Phillies.
We played tonight. The Phillies. So they're 11-19. I don't see them rushing out to fire a new manager.
Yeah, right. And look at their OPS. Now, of course, their pitching probably absolutely stinks. That's why it's baseball. You could go out there and you could clobber the ball, but it doesn't mean anything. Yankees, right below the Astros. Then the Angels. Look at that. The Angels are in the top 10. Where are they at as far as their win-loss? Not very good. Then after that, you got the Tigers, the Nationals, the Cardinals, the Rangers. Here, let's go all the way down.
We've won one more game, by the way, than the White Sox. I'm just saying.
We are tied with the Athletics as far as OPS is concerned.
9 under average.
Look, 9 under average. We are. And look, as Giants fans, we see it. We know that they're under average as far as their OPS or their OPS plus. But again, what does that mean after a month of baseball? Means they're not hitting all that well, and they're not really taking that base. They're not getting on base very often. But isn't that interesting? Mets are at the bottom. Phillies right behind them. The Reds, who are 19-10 or something like that. Look at where their OPS is. Their OPS plus is third from the bottom, but yet they're out there freaking winning games all over the place because they've had the pitching.
Yeah.
Blue Jays, and of course you got the Rockies and the Red Sox. Brewers ain't much better. Same thing with the White Sox. So I found that interesting, just kind of looking at these numbers. Wow, look at this. You see some you didn't expect and some you did. And I just found it's just a little bit interesting after 1 month of baseball where these teams are at as far as swinging a bat and taking a walk.
I got an email myself, actually a text message, beg your pardon, it doesn't matter. Text message. Somebody reached out to me. Let's start again. I don't have my clapper. It's in San Francisco. Take 3. Somebody reached out to me today, Eric, and they said along the same lines as Rothberg, that it's early. The team has shown they can win. Let's not panic. I said, I'm not really panicking right now. If I was panicking, it would be because I thought we should have a record as the Dodgers and we're playing like the Giants. But I did say, what about this Murakami kid they bring over from Japan, who's leading the league or was in Major League Baseball in home runs, but we play it safe and we don't go and sign him on a cheap deal. I think he's getting $13 million a year, Eric. No, we should stay away from him. And the guy's leading Major League Baseball. And may I add, the White Sox have 12 wins. We have 13.
Now, a special guest appearance, Lou Marsden, on tonight's edition of Giant Sports Talk Live.
Giant Sports Talk Live warned the chat, might be meeting the Phillies at a bad time. I think he's taken, I think he's giving a promote now. He called it.
You got to be
the back for Lou. There you go. He's right.
No, it's all the.
But that again is like an excuse. I'm tired of Eric. I just want to see wins. I don't want to see. Well, it was a little cold at the ballpark today, and we don't play well in the cold. Or that team's been struggling. It's a tough time to. There's always an excuse, Eric. No excuses. No more excuses on Giant Sports Talk Live.
All right. Well, what do we got here? Hey, look at this.
I miss Lou tonight, by the way.
Oh no, that's not.
You know where Lou is? The horses are on the track. That's where
he is.
Remember that's Lou. Lou should know. There's a good trivia question. What do they call that? Is that like the call to the gate or what? Does it have a?
Oh, what is that? Yeah, what is that? There's a something to it. There's something to it. All right. Oh, look at this. Hold on. Look at.
I told you guys our only song was Bye Bye Baby, and they played it about 15 times the other day in the fourth inning onward, because every time the Giants would lose, another 500 fans making their way out in the fourth inning, they play Bye Bye Baby. It's the only time.
Yeah.
Come on. We're not a whole. What are we? Can you explain the identity of the ball club, Eric? You got a Rise who's a good hitter. We don't have many more. We're not hitting home runs, Eric.
You know what?
Where are we?
I'll tell you what.
In Major League Baseball and home runs, we've got to be near the bottom.
Last, I think. That is call to the track, says Lou Marston. Call to the track or horse.
I always hear them say that. The horses are on the track.
On the track. There you go.
Very good.
That's a great point. Hey, Mentor, I just got your email. I'll get back to you, my friend.
I was going to ask Lou one time. I said, why didn't you become a jockey? I thought that might bring up a bad. I wouldn't want to go there.
What is the team? That's a great question. At this time, after almost, well, we could say a month of baseball, because they started a little bit early with that Yankee series. What is right now at this time? I'm not saying this is how it's going to finish, but who are the San Francisco Giants? Are they a hitting team? Are they a pitching team? Are they a defensive team? And to be honest with you, I can't answer that question.
Isn't it? I'll pat myself on there.
I can't
about today, and now after the loss,
I think right now it's up in the air. I don't think you can really say who they are.
We're not rolling out the pitching.
No, you can't.
We're worst in home runs. Our averages, my God, I don't want to go down that Bailey road again, but my God, it's acceptable for a guy to bat 140 this year. I don't get it, Eric.
I don't. Who are the San Francisco Giants?
And I got a question. Did I mention to you in the green room or in the show? We're already rolling in 45 minutes. I forget at the beginning, or was it just in the green room? I'll bring it up again anyway. You talk about Bailey and his average. We do quite often, and the lack of. Well, what about him behind the plate? I said to you in the green room, I don't know if I brought it up on air again. If it's a repeat, I apologize, but it's worth talking about. You get to the ninth inning, and that's when there was a play with Marsh. Why wasn't he doing this? And then Marsh ends up getting a hit, and then he scored in the ninth inning. Eric,
I don't know.
He's inconsistent behind the plate too.
Yeah,
he's not throwing. When he got called up, Eric, he went on a heater. He threw out like 6 of his first 7 runners. And he had a good week, good month, and now he's got a career of, he's so good. He's not throwing anybody out at second base. He's throwing them out. The guys are making I'll give Adames and Arias their props. They make them look good because they're making acrobatic plays just to get the glove, get the mitt on the ball.
Yep.
I'm tired of he's good at this. He's not good at anything right now, Eric. Call a spade a spade.
And here we go. You know what? I tell you what, you and Reed are setting him up because he's asking, kind of dovetailing in what you're talking about here, catching, when is Susak coming back? Well, guess what? I just brought this up because I saw this earlier today. Alex Pavlovich tweeted out, Giants say Susak starting his pitching progression and will start throwing later this week. That's a good sign. Bader is testing his hamstring with base running. Vitello said over the weekend that he is still at least a week away from rehab assignment. So we're talking at the minimum for Bader to come back 2 weeks at the minimum. I don't know how long they're going to want to have him rehab for. They may have him rehab for 2 weeks, and then it could be 3. Who knows?
I like Drew.
Right? Okay. And then he goes on to say Hinches and Piguero continue to rehab with Sacramento.
Hey, I hope they have a hell of a month of May because Hinches and Piguero, what do they have in common? Those 2 pitchers, Eric. They're both on my fantasy roster.
Ah, there you go.
I stashed them away when nobody was looking.
This is the latest that's coming from Alex Pavlovich, who's talked to the Giants. So the good thing is at least Susak is in a hitting progression. So at least he's swinging the bat. Now, the important part, because it's an elbow, once he starts throwing, is he going to have any kind of hiccups? I don't know. So we got 4 guys, right, that are on the IL. 4 of them that are going to be a significant part of the roster. It's Susak, Bader, Hinches, and Piguero. And it's going to be interesting when they decide to make those bullpen moves. I think Tidwell, why is Tidwell going to go back to Sacramento? What's the word, Glenn? What does he have?
Inconsistency.
Well, no, but what does he have?
Who?
Options.
Options.
Tidwell.
Sorry, I was reading the chat and trying to.
Now, as far as the lefty is concerned,
apologies.
You got Gage, you got Baruki, and you got Miller. Miller isn't going anywhere. It's going to be either Baruki or Gage who's going to be the odd man out, because you're not going to have a bullpen with 4 lefties.
Well, either Baruki or Gage. You know what I equate them to, Eric? I equate them to last year's what's the name? Not Birdsong, the other guy we demoted in the strange move. Well, probably the strangest move of the season was Bivens going down. Yeah. So I think they're guys you bring in, when you've given up. When Tony has given up. But I must say that I think Robert is his own worst enemy sometimes when he says, "Did you, Glenn?" He always, it's not you, Eric, it's me. Apparently, I pissed in his cornflakes today again. Did you expect more offensively from Adames and Devers? Did you expect more? Like, come on, Glenn, they're not that good. The results would be more positive if they were playing better, right? If they were producing. So, in other words, Robert, you're telling me I expect more. This is what they are. They're not that good. Thank you, Robert, for pleading our case.
And that's the thing, is we want these guys to perform. Now, Chapman, up to this point, has had a decent year, right? That Chapman, we can all agree. Chapman is having a good, and it's funny because no one's hardly talking about him. No one's hardly talking about Chapman.
He's having a good, his average is good, but he's not Eric, you talk about the wins and losses, right? And how I love the wins and losses. You're not into that side of the camp.
No. For the team, I am. Not for
Chapman. Chapman's got a great average, but I don't think his productivity is anywhere.
He is. No, they talked about it on the radio. He's got the highest average for runners in scoring position.
Well, then they don't know. Well, maybe that's true, but they don't know what they're talking about. Come to Giants.
But Chapman is doing good. But you got other guys. Look, is Devers playing up to his standards? No. Is Adames? He was, but now he's fallen off. Schmidt has been a revelation right now, but how long is that going to last? We don't know.
He's not in the lineup every day.
Right. Well, we'll hope to see what happens. Jung-Hoo Lee. Look, man, the guy's doing what we wanted him to do, just to go out there and make some contact and be a line drive hitter, and that's what he's doing. I'm happy with Jung-Hoo Lee.
Riddle me this, then. I volley back to you on the Chapman deal. We're going to have a difference of opinion on this, but if Chapman is, he's playing so well, do you not? Is that telling me you don't think he's playing inconsistent baseball? He's as inconsistent as everybody else. What do you do tonight, Eric?
Well, today it was a bad game. He had the golden sombrero. I mean, today was a bad game for.
Today looked like you and I were in the batting box.
Yeah, it was horrible. Okay. But I think at this particular time in the season, that's more of an outlier than the norm. Last year, this was more the norm than the outlier. So that's the good thing. Now let's see what he does tomorrow. Now they're going to face another lefty, right? If I'm not mistaken.
And guys, I'm the first one to come on this show with Eric and say, among our big three here, I'm the one who says that a game doesn't make a career. So that's fine. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah. Cool. But don't forget, it goes back to what we said earlier in this show. I was talking about your big three, Devers, Chap, and Adames.
They got to do it.
You're making that money in a long-term contract. I want to see some production. And I got to see
consistency. Correct. 100%. And I can't sit here and say that these guys don't want to go out there and produce. Of course they do. They're major leaguers, man. Do you think they want to go out there and suck? No, they don't.
Yeah.
But sometimes it just doesn't work out.
By the way, Liam, I appreciate your, you know what? I'm always willing to take some advice from the fantasy gurus out there. He says, you want to win a fantasy, stay the frick away from the Giant players. That's a good point, because I don't see do you see Robbie Dizzle? He's down where I expected. Robbie starts on average, about 6 Giants every game. It's feast or famine for Robbie. Poor Robbie, he goes up. He's like the Giants. He goes up about 50 points, but then he drops 150 points. So you got to stay away from inconsistent. There's a pure example, Eric. If you play fantasy, stock your team with the best in the draft night. Pick the best players available. When it's your turn to draft, Pick the best. You go, oh, he's having a bad stretch, and I'm getting 0 every. The best players will come through. The cream rises to the top.
You're talking cream rises to the top, and you're talking about the best. Well, I'll tell you what. You want the best? We only give you the best. I want one right now.
I want one.
There we go. Yeah, buddy. Our proud sponsor this year. Tommy's Mexican Restaurant, home of the world famous Tommy Margarita. And I tell you what, they got some damn good food. So there you go. Thanks to Julio and Julio, Enrique, and everybody at Tommy's Mexican Restaurant.
Here's a good question.
Eric, do you think the Giants will win series this time? They could. Don't know, man.
Well, I thought, okay, yeah. Well,
they
can't win the series they're playing. Okay, will they win a game against the Phillies?
Yeah, they'll win a game again. I think they win. I don't think they're going to get swept. But
you don't think so?
And I say that, but we'll see what happens. Who they right? Isn't tomorrow Sanchez?
You do that. Yeah, bugger. I was just pulling up tomorrow's stats, tomorrow's prediction. What do we got? We've got pitching matchup. We got Logan Webb up against Sanchez.
Yeah, that's not going to be easy. Sanchez is good. Another lefty.
And then on Thursday, lefty. Then Thursday, oh, Jesus. Do we have to? Let's just forget about Thursday. We'll deal with that.
What do we got Thursday?
Hauser.
Oh. Well, does it even matter who the hell we face?
And Andrew Painter.
Painter hasn't been good, but then against neither was Luzardo. So.
Yeah, but Hauser can make it look really good.
Yeah.
Or maybe not look good. Maybe it's not. I can't say Hauser makes the other pitcher look good, but you can score your 14 runs against Painter, but if you give up 15, you lose anyway. So what the hell?
That's the problem, man. Right? You're going against Painter, but then again, you got Hauser opposite of him, and who knows what the hell can happen.
What do you expect, Eric? What do you expect?
I want to see Webb go out there and give a Webb performance. I want him to go out there, go 7, give up maybe 2 runs. Don't walk. Maybe walk one guy, have like 6 strikeouts. How about that?
But be honest, Hauser. Aren't we getting what we paid for? I'll go back to the first comment in the chat tonight.
Yeah, you're not lying. You're not lying.
You're giving away games with this kind of Eric, he's not just been bad either.
Oh, it's been
horrible.
Been bad.
And every time, and he's just, I got to give him, he pats himself on the back. Well, tough game. I'll be ready. I figure out for the next game. Well, one of these days there won't be a next game, Eric.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus. Do we got nobody? Who's starting down in the minors for us? You got anybody in AAA can start a game?
I don't think they're doing very well. Wisenhunt, Seymour. Who else is down there? Who am I missing? Trevor McDonald. I don't know.
I would give McDonald. I'd give him a start
spot. Let's go take a look.
Reed says we're missing Rodriguez. We are.
Let's take a look. Hold on. Let me find them. Let's see what the numbers look like on starting pitching in Sacramento. Here.
Reed, you're right. Tequila and a little margarita, Tommy's makes the season a little more easier to handle. I got to admit.
Who's pitching today? Right now, Sacramento is getting blown out right now, 5-1. It's in the top of the 7th. Who pitched today? Wisenhunt. Look good today. Wait, hold on. Am I wrong? No, I'm sorry. I'm wrong.
I didn't say start Bivens. I said McDonald.
Hold on.
I said give him a spot, not Bivens.
Sacramento is blowing out the Bees. And Wisenhunt looked good today. He tossed 6 innings, 3 hits, 8 strikeouts. But his ERA is 4.8. So this is one of his better starts. And when you have an outing like that and you still have a 4.8, He was having a rough go of it in the beginning, so he's still figuring it out.
Okay, there it is. Robert's back. I love when we volley, Eric. Glenn, is this a true statement then? Both Adames and Devers should be more. Absolutely. They stink. Adames and Devers, should they be more productive? Do Bears crap in the woods? Of course. It's a commonality here. They both suck. Do they have the ability? I think they have, especially Adames. Adames has the ability, but I don't know. These big Eric, I'm always leery of a guy who gets a 5 years is pushing it for me. But you get long-term contracts, Eric.
Yeah, you got to be careful of them. There's no doubt about it.
Guys take the money and then run. And I go back to remember the big signing back in the day? I mean, now they throw around money like we throw around our pennies, right?
Mm.
The signing of Albert Pujols, he was never the player after he signed a big contract.
Does that happen sometimes? Sure it does. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Thank God we don't have Bobby Bonilla on our fucking on our payroll. He's only getting paid for another about 10 more years. So
Trevor McDonald, he's 1-1 with a 5.4 ERA. He's got 15 innings pitched. He's 1-1. So that's Trevor McDonald.
It's a little chilly.
Who else? Carson Seymour. He was also a starter, right?
Yep.
He is 0-1 with a 4 ERA with 17.
And he didn't do anything here.
Wizen Hunt, as I said, has a 4.8, but he's having a good outing. What other starting pitchers are out there?
Not much more.
I think that Michael Fulmer, he's been doing, I think Tristan Beck. I think have you got
the season statistics there? I'd like to know how's our boy there? You used to do the Eldridge report. What's he doing?
Eldridge, let's take a look what he's doing.
We haven't taken a deep dive into his play lately, and I know you used to last year. We were looking at what he was doing every night. So
yeah, because we thought he was going to be coming up.
We were excited. I don't hear any Eldridge talk lately either.
Because he ain't coming up anytime soon. He's just not. He's not coming up anytime soon.
Now Eric says that, guys. Tomorrow night we'll be like, oh my God, I love Eldridge.
Hey, that's how it works.
What happened?
But the way that Schmidt is playing, there's no way they're going to bring him up.
That's true. That is true.
Let's see. Tonight, Eldridge is 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, but he is batting, or he does have a 303 average with an 860 OPS.
So that tells me he's exceptionally good, because if you're striking out 3 times again and you're still batting 300, something's
he was on fire early in the minor leagues. He was killing it. Then he kind of went into a lull. Then he hit a little bit. He's getting it done. It's fine. Let him keep getting it done in Sacramento. There's going to be a time where he will make an appearance. It's going to happen. Don't worry. Just because he is in Sacramento right now doesn't mean he's never going to be up in the big club.
Love Blue Stripes is all in on Bivens is better than McDonald. I don't know. I saw splashes. I saw good things from McDonald when he started the last, going back 2 years.
Yeah, he did. Last year, he finished the season pretty strong.
My
so
boy
far
pitched,
in AAA, not too much.
My boy pitched today. Actually, he suffered the loss. Tough game. I think it was 4-1.
Yep.
Kai Wei. He got the start today. So he's been moving the starting rotation. Yeah. I see he's still lost.
Oh.
That's what I like about good. That's, again, guys, some guys don't like fantasy, and that's fine. But if you break down fantasy, Eric, when you look at the points they generate, is a good way to look at their productivity. Kai Wei Teng lost today, but he got me positivity points. There's guys who lose, and they get you like 5 points.
Yeah.
Guys who get the win. That's 3 points, Eric. As a commissioner.
And sometimes you finish with 3 points.
Honorable commissioner. But yeah, you finish with 3 points and you got the win, but it's your productivity and how you pitch, right?
Yeah.
Kai Wei Teng pitched right on. Everybody shits on him. I love the guy. Kai Wei Teng pitched 3 innings, gave up 2 runs.
Yeah. Happens. Yeah. Did you see Tatsuya Amai? Remember, everyone was crying for Amai. Let's get Amai. That guy is having some issues. He's come out and said that this MLB stuff is a little bit harder than what he thought it was going to be. They had to shut him down because he's got right elbow freaking fatigue. I mean, it's different, man. It's different. I'm sorry. When you pitch in Japan or the KBO, it doesn't always translate when you come over here to the major leagues. It just doesn't.
And I always say when you get hurt like that, there's a big difference. I said it in the show 2 nights ago or 2 afternoons ago. I believe it was Sunday. I made this comment to you, Eric. There's a difference between a pitcher and a thrower. You wheel back and throw 103 every day. Yeah, Logan Webb, even though I haven't seen consistency out of him, he's a pitcher, Eric. He is a pitcher. These other guys dropping like flies because they're just rearing back and firing BBs, right?
He also said he has no friends. I mean, he's the one decided to go to Houston. I mean, he was a free agent, right? I mean, he could have chose where he wanted to go, and he chose Houston. But what am I supposed to do with that? I mean,
Eric, how many times have I said to you, my philosophy is, if you're going to make millions of dollars, go where you're happy.
Yeah.
Go where you're happy. Bryce Harper signed in Philly, and I've seen a few reports that he's like, no. Show me the money. Dude, if somebody paid me $10 million to play with the Dodgers, I'm going to be a bench player and, no friends. I hate LA to begin with. And they say, we'll pay you $8 to play with Lou and Eric and all the guys in the chat here. Wouldn't you rather be happy, Eric, or love the city? Love the city. You go home. You want to play in your own. It's not all about money. And maybe, I'm no
right,
dude. I'm no Rockefeller. Yeah, Eric's I'm the brains behind the opera. You're the financial.
Okay. Come on. Yeah.
At the end of the day, Eric, how much money do you? I've said this before, and people will argue. Oh, you got to get all you can. How much money do you need? $8 million, Eric. Not enough for you? Sure as hell is enough for me.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Oh, but I have to. It's like this chick in the, I won't get into it in depth, but the girl in the WNBA, she beaked all off season. They were in their collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah.
And she bitched that I know my worth and I'm going to get what I deserve. And this union got to get what we deserve. Guess what? Nobody signed her.
Imagine that.
She's holding out now. Nobody signed her, and she said, it's only because I'm holding out. And then you talk to all the GMs. I don't personally, but the GMs saying, yeah, she's a good player, but we have no interest in going down that. And first of all, what happens I don't like the ones, she's a mouthpiece, right? So just keep her a cancer in the locker room.
Yeah, right. No, we don't
Liam
want that.
says $1 million, he'd play with us. There you go.
There you go. Look at that, man.
We had to pay Lou that much to get him on board, but
hey, before we get out of here, Glenn, we have to talk about this.
Spending it all the ponies. I hope
talk about this. Who else? Who played some pretty good defense today for the San Francisco Giants? Or Glenn?
I'll leave it for you because I didn't see the whole game.
Luis Arias had a beautiful.
Oh, what did I tell you in the pregame?
When you picked that ball at second base and turned that double play,
come
on. I don't want to hear this shit no more. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it no more.
And what's the statistic I gave you?
Yes, you talked about it, right? The guy, and I tell you,
fourth best in Major League Baseball. In what do they call it, Eric?
He
runs or outs above average. Yeah, there's so many different things now.
Yeah.
So he's fourth best, but all the guys that were in our chat. Here we go, Eric. All the guys in our chat. He's a defensive weakness. He's defense. He's fourth best in all of Major League Baseball.
Look, and here's the thing, Blue, and I said this from the beginning.
Glenn.
I want his bat. I was like, let's see what happens to his defense, right? Because I was a little bit scared of his defense. But I said, let's see what Ron Washington could do with him. And lo and behold, the guy is putting in the freaking work. And he is playing a hell of a second base, man. He is not a detriment to this damn club. He steals bases. He takes the extra base. He's a hell of a base runner. Awesome. And, of course, the guy can hit.
He's just an all-around. He's an athlete, Eric. He's a good ball player. Good ball player. And again, what I tell you, build a team of good ball players, you're going to win.
Exactly.
I said to a guy today who will remain nameless, I said, if we could add a team with 9, give me 9 Arias and see what happens. See how many runs you drive in. This is interesting news. Tyler Fitzgerald, now a Los Angeles Dodger. So he's going to be on my radar. I like to follow and watch daily, especially in the fantasy wire. I like to see what these guys who were Giants do playing for other teams, and then certainly what they do when they face us. Because, Eric, I'm looking forward. Hopefully Eric can hear me. You guys can hear me. I'm interested to see what these guys do when they play us. So when we go into Atlanta, or Atlanta comes to town for the first time this year, and I say, hey, Eric, what a series by Yaz going 9 for 21, or Dom Smith. Oh, he only had a 4 for 5 night. And now with Tyler Fitzgerald, a Dodger, we'll see what he does if he gets into the lineup wearing the blue and white. See how that progresses.
Yeah, if he even breaks the 26 man.
And a guy I wanted to see, Liam said Sagano. Sagano's having a great year for who, Eric? Colorado.
The Rockies, right?
He's picking up 10 and 12 fantasy points a game. That means when you get into the double digits, your pitcher,
you're
fantasy, it's a good day. So, Eric, again, Giants play it safe. Want me to go down that road again? Giants play it safe, Lou. You hear me, Lou?
Oh, man. Dude,
Lou taught me well. Giants are playing safe. They wouldn't go after Murakami on a dime. And Sagano available. And now, Eric, there were players to make this team. Correct me if I'm wrong. There were players to make this team better, and we just shunned them.
Yeah, we talked about it, right? Come on. We could have. The Giants were capable. The Giants were capable to go out there and do better in the offseason, but they didn't.
Well, according to the Giants, there is no catching prowess out there. We cannot find a catcher better than a 147 hitter. Sorry.
Woo. Had a sneezer. Come on, dude.
God bless you.
What are you going to do? Appreciate
he hasn't blessing the Giants right now. So,
well, what is it? Let's talk about it a little bit. Webb is going tomorrow. Christopher Sanchez. Hold on. What is Sanchez doing?
It's exactly what I'm saying, Senior. If we made a list of 10 players in the last 2 years that played for the Giants, they're having success elsewhere. Harrison had a hell of a day last week, Eric.
He did
like a one hitter or something. Come on.
And again, it's like this with every offseason. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. We don't know. No one. No,
don't give me that, Eric. That's an excuse. Shoulda.
No. Shoulda, yes.
Shoulda.
Yeah.
God. Murakami. Yeah, Senior made a good point earlier. Did you see his comment? He said he leads Major League Baseball in strikeouts. Do you see the White Sox complaining? He's leading the league in home runs. They're winning. They like I said earlier, guys, they got 12 wins. We got 13. And he's exciting. He's exciting.
But here's this.
He's another guy. Every time Schwarber, he went to the Cubs and then he went to the Phillies. Every time he's come available, I said, why don't the Giants open the checkbook? Because you know what you get. Okay.
Let's talk about this. If we're going to talk about Harrison, last year, before we knew what Devers was going to do as a Giant, would you have still made that trade for Devers?
Well, here's what I'm going to do, Eric. You leave that with me. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to get the audio from we went on live the day we made that.
Yeah,
trade.
we did.
I'm going to play my clip from that audio of what I thought of that deal.
Oh, now you got it?
I'll have it ready for tomorrow's show. Especially if he has a stinker tomorrow. What I'll do is I'll play it. And I said, he's reportedly been a cancer in the locker room. His stats are terrible. This is a big, we'll see exactly what I said, but I'm thinking back. I said, this is
I would have done it.
And sketchy because you're eating that big contract and Boston was willing to give him away.
Well, and I tell you what.
So I'm not so much on don't forget, I'm not so much, Eric, about who we gave away in that deal. We gave away 15 players. We gave away nobody, really. We took on the money.
We did take on the money. And we all been talking about the Giants need to take on money to get a guy because you can't get him in free agency. Now, that being said, if they were so valuable, talking about Harrison and Tibbs and Hicks, are they still with the Boston Red Sox? Are those three players still with the Boston Red Sox?
No, but Tibbs is a Dodger, and they know what they're doing.
Tibbs,
so it must be good.
Tibbs is in the minor leagues with the Dodgers.
But he's tearing it up. He'll be a Dodger soon.
Harrison went to Milwaukee, and they've done something with him. All right. And that's good. Good on him, man. You want to see him succeed. And Hicks is even in baseball anymore. I don't think Hicks is even in baseball anymore. And let's not forget, Boston took on that money from Hicks. The Giants were paying him. How much were they paying him? $12 million for Hicks. They were paying him. So
I thought I saw Jordan Hicks just pitched like.
I don't think is he in the league? Is he even in the league? I don't know. But
yeah, he's a Chicago White Sox.
Is he? He's on the actual club? Wow, I didn't even know that. So it just goes to show you can say Boston screwed up too because they gave up they gave up their guy in endeavors to get guys that they didn't even hang on to.
What's a good whip in baseball?
Oh, you want a good whip? 1.1.
No, he's a little high. He's 2.1.
If you're at 1, you're doing really good. So,
hey, good point. Good point.
Are the Giants still paying? Yes, they are.
See?
They're paying them how much? $23 million this year or something? Ridiculous.
They brought in star players, but Eric, they're paying the price. Let's just leave it at that. They're paying the price for these decisions they make, and they're not working out.
And look, but the Dodgers. Oh, how about this? The Dodgers. They got him. They paid him $5 million, or they paid him for 5 years, right? Didn't they extend him? And he only shows up in the postseason. That's how deep the Dodgers are with their pitching. They can afford to have Snell just sit out there and not do anything.
But TBD, this is what I've been preaching early in the show about to Eric. Look at the garbage the Red Sox got for the Dodgers for bets. Yeah. Just get the Dodgers don't care. They don't care who Eric, people in baseball got to stop, even Giant fans. They got to stop about what we gave away.
Yeah, I know.
You get. It's what you get.
Yes.
Who cares what we gave away? Like in the movie Moneyball, you've been a good A. Good luck. That's how they would send them on their way. A trade. We appreciate what you did here. Now get the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You make a trade, Eric. You become yesterday's news for that franchise.
Yeah. You do. No.
You really do. Now, that having been said, I still like to see it. I don't know if it makes me a bad Giant fan, Eric. It brings me a little. I like to see the players who go and like Dom, Kai. I like to see guys go and you go, geez, we couldn't use a 300 hitter in our lineup.
Look at the Atlanta Braves. They got 3 former Giants. They got Dubon, they got Dom Smith, and they got freaking Yaz.
Dubon's an everyday player. He's a utility knife. He plays the outfield, second, short.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
And he doesn't hurt you. He doesn't hurt you.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
He's a poor man's, in my opinion, he's a poor man's Arise. He'll hit for a decent average and he'll get few RBIs. And people look at Arise, I think, and they go, but geez, he hit 5 home runs. Who cares?
Yeah, I know.
Who cares? Murakami, he's leading the league in strikeouts. Who cares? If you are good at your craft, they're paying Murakami to get people in the seats and blast those home runs. He went a span 8 days in a row, Eric, hitting
a home run. Yeah, it was ridiculous, man.
Now,
the guy's got
that excites me. And when I go to a job, over the past, I told this to a buddy of mine today. I said, I need this break in Winnipeg. You go to ball game. I could never have the full package of season tickets. I've got like the halfway point. I need a day off from the ballpark once in a while, dude. You go every day and you got a night, like the catchers. I go to a night game Wednesday, the Ohtani game, and then I'm out 8 o'clock next morning. I'm up putting on my jersey, ready to go back again. I just had to back off and calm down. But anyway, this is a team that doesn't excite me, Eric. That's the problem.
You have their moments, right? They have moments.
Vanilla.
But,
nobody
what's bad? You know what it is? I think this is the problem, Glenn, right now. And I think maybe this is something with Giants fans. When they lose, it's a bad loss.
Oh,
it's there's not really where it's like 5-6 or 4-5. It's not closely contested games. When they lose, they look absolutely horrible. And when they win, they come out of nowhere with these magical wins. And it's like the highs are very high and the lows are very low. There's really no equilibrium, if you will. I mean, after a month of baseball, that's kind of where we're at. Extreme. There you go. That's it. The Giants are in the extremes, right? Yeah. When they win, it's huge, and when they lose, it's in the toilet. Whatever.
Well,
what does that mean? Hey, Eric, maybe you said it, Glenn. Maybe it's a 500 team. It's a 500 team, maybe.
Eric, 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. I call that in the toilet.
That's in the toilet.
By the way, what did
2 hits for the whole team?
Devers was 0 for 3 with a K. Yeah, they have their moment. And sometimes the problem is with a team that has their moments, they strive to have success on a day. The Giants will win. Each series, the Giants scored 9 runs.
Yeah.
Then you don't hear from them till the next series.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, man.
You know what it was like last week? We got caught up in the moment. We beat the Dodgers first 2 in that series, Eric.
That's
and it was
huge, man.
We're back. We're not back. We had a good day.
Well, we had a good homestand. They went 4-2. That's a good homestand.
Good homestand,
Yeah,
but
man,
you got to keep it. You got to keep it rolling. You get, like I said earlier, Eric, you can't win 9 in a row and then lose 12 in a row. You can't.
Yeah.
That's giant baseball. They go
Right.
on a heater and then they're in the toilet for a week.
Yeah, and look, and this is the thing: is they lose the first game of the 3-game series, and does it mean that they're going to lose the series? No, but it just sucks. It just sucks when you start off a series on a bad note. It just stinks.
Yeah. Murakami excites me. He's the kind of player. Do you remember back when we started this show? One of my go-to lines, Eric, was Logan Webb. I don't rush to the box office. I must have a ticket because Webb is pitching. I need a player that I go, it's must-see baseball. Giants don't have must-see baseball. Not even a Rise. Rise is not your fan favorite. Nobody's wearing Rise jerseys, right?
You're correct.
I disagree.
100%.
I disagree with Alex Martinez. Alex says Murakami is too early to say on him. He needs to pass the adjustment period. I think the opposite. You're completely opposite. Here, leave that up. I think that's completely opposite, Eric. When you bring a player from Japan, the adjustment period's off the top end, not the back end. He has passed the adjustment period quite well.
We'll see. We'll see.
I think that's backwards. You could say, pitchers will get pitchers. Eric, pitchers can only do so much with a power hitting bopper.
Yeah, well, what they're going to do is they will find the holes in his swing. There's no doubt about it. That's what happens. Baseball.
Yeah, but they have found those holes. He has holes in the swing. That's why he leads the league in strikeouts. But he leads the league in home runs, Eric. That's exciting.
Here's the problem. Pitchers can't. He's probably good at maybe hitting mistake pitches. Maybe. I don't know. And you just can't make a mistake to him because
they walk him more. Hey, I heard a fun stat the other day. Aaron, and again, this is the problem, and I'm going to equate. Maybe we'll talk about it more in depth. So we'll see after how the Giants do tomorrow night. But I heard a stat. I was reading it on the plane coming over from into Calgary yesterday. We're about to land. I see a stat glaring at me. You got a good ball club when you're the New York Yankees, Eric. Aaron Judge. You know how many times he's been intentionally walked this year?
How many? I don't know. Only once.
Why? Because they're just as afraid of who they're going to have to face next.
Yeah, using it. Who bats after him? Is it Giancarlo bats right after him, right?
God, we had a runner. If we had a runner in third base, Eric, with 2 out. You could put a guy on second and first to face Bailey.
Yeah,
I'm saying that tongue in cheek.
I know what you mean. I get what you're saying. Yeah,
but yeah, Aaron Judge has been intentionally walked once this season, and you think, okay, his big bat equates to like a Bonds. You don't want to face him with a runner on in the 9th. They face him, Eric, because there's just as much. The Giants don't have the just as much coming up. They have their teams can pick theirs. Okay, we'll walk you to face this guy. We'll walk you to face Bailey. We'll walk you all because there's nobody coming behind you any good.
No.
Well, I shouldn't say any good. That's sometimes I get carried away.
I know what you mean.
They're just.
They're going to have to.
They're not scaring you, right? There's nobody scaring.
Not right now. Watch tomorrow. They go and score freaking
14 runs on 18.
Yeah, I know. It's baseball. Baseball will do that to you,
man. But they're facing a lefty. Let's see if we can fall back into our trap and not being able to hit lefties, Eric.
We'll see.
We'll talk about it on the morning show. Join us tomorrow morning at 8. We're going to jump right into it tomorrow, Eric. Wink, wink. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. As Eric would say, let's get the hell out of here.
Let's get the hell out of here. Guys, be good. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll be back tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon.
7-0 Phillies. Come on.
Good Lord. Come on. Wake up. Wake up.
I'll wake up tomorrow morning at 8.
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.